Coming up in today's episode of Inspire to Inspire.
Unfortunately, what I realized, Munya, is that not everyone shared my passion and vision for what a network marketing business should be. The how doesn't matter if your why isn't strong enough. Conversely, if your why is strong enough, the how also doesn't matter. And I'll tell you why I can say that. The why is so important, having a purpose. Money should never be the purpose. Money should never be the objective. Your why, a bigger purpose should be the objective. The money comes as a result of that. One of the things that I've figured out about network marketing over the last 10 years is it doesn't take a lot to start. Now, the biggest problem most people have right now is they don't have capital to start traditional businesses.
Mr. M. Dongo.
Mr. Dongo.
Wonderful time working with Mr. G.
Mr. M. Dongo, and he is a 10x person.
I love your energy.
He just go like boom, 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 boom. It's amazing.
I always love the way this man carries himself with dignity and respect.
Hello everyone, and well done again for joining us today. This is your guy, Mr. Mdongo. I'm an entrepreneurship trainer, business coach, Mr. Automator, and the author of the book No More Excuses for Me. And as you know, on this show, Inspire to Inspire, we bring people that are inspiring out there, people that when we are looking at them, we also have one or two things to learn. And today, I am on this call with a powerhouse, with somebody that I used to watch on, on programs. Some of them were paying, and you have to watch them. And today, I have the man himself, Mr. Andrew Eaton. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Yes, I'm very well. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for having me on your program, on your show, on your interview. Great to be here. I'm superb.
Thank you so much, man, for creating time for us. I know you are super busy and maybe your calendar or something else, but thank you so much for creating this time to also choose to come and share your story and your lessons and your knowledge with me and my audience here. Thank you so much for
that. It's a pleasure being here.
Great. Yeah. So before we go any further, I've seen you on GoPro Recruiting Mastery. I've seen you in seminars. I've seen you, and I'm saying, who is this guy? And I've been having my own identity of you, my own definition of you. But you are here now. So can you please tell me in brief, who is Mr. Andrew?
Okay. So the first thing I want to say is I'm just a normal guy from South Africa, a normal South African living his life in South Africa. My background is that I'm entrepreneurial, much like you. I had my own IT business in Johannesburg from 2000 to 2008, Munya, and then in 2008 it went under. And it was a horrible time for me and my family. I'd only been married for a year. And my wife and I almost lost everything. Thankfully she had a job and kept a roof above our heads while I went out and found a job. Now you're entrepreneurial, and you then I'm sure you can relate that as an entrepreneur, when you have to go and find a job, it's soul destroying. But I went and found a job, and that's what I did for the next 3 years, selling outdoor media. And I think at that stage I became comfortably uncomfortable, is what I'd like to term it. In the rat race of life, many of the people listening to this probably can relate. You wake up in the morning, have breakfast, go to work, come back, have supper and go to bed, watch some TV and go to bed. And for the next 3 years, that's what I did. And then in 2011, when they say there's a time in everyone's life, one or two occasions in everyone's life where something happens that drastically alters the course of your life forever. And for me, that moment happened in 2011, going through the ruts of life, still broke, massive credit card debt because of what my business had got me into, and not earning enough to even repay the debt on my credit card, 7 credit cards in debt. In 2011, we found out that our little girl at that time, she's 12 now, but she was 2 then. We found out she was autistic. And I just realized doing what I was doing at that time, which was just being in the rat race, was never going to be able to give this girl what she deserved from me as a dad in her life. And that was pretty soul destroying. It was a wake up moment. I mean, I remember just watching this little girl, bundle of joy, running around the house. 2 years old, oblivious to the challenges that she was going to have. But me as her dad, I knew the challenges that she was going to have. And I realized I had to do something different. And so, I wanted time and money. And the answer for me, as you know, I'm in the network marketing profession. The answer for me was to start looking at network marketing seriously. I dabbled before. I got the model. I didn't have a problem with the model. I was just very bad at it because no one had ever taught me how to do it properly. And so I got involved as a normal South African, a normal, broke, desperate South African. That was it. Nothing special, and decided to get serious. And, that's who I am. I'm a father of 2 special needs children. My little boy is also autistic. I'm a husband to a wonderful wife who's a hero to our kids. And that's first and foremost who I am, a husband and a father. And then I'm an entrepreneur and a professional network marketer who used the profession of network marketing and, just to be that average person with an above average why or dream to drastically change their life around. And that's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. And that's me in a nutshell.
Wow. So, I actually quoted something in you from what you're saying. So in 2011, before 2011, were you involved in network marketing before 2011, or you started knowing network marketing in 2011?
No, my first taste of network marketing was in 1997, 1996 or 7. When Amway landed in South Africa, and I was a university student. I've got a degree. This is going to sound funny, but I don't know why I've got a degree. And I'm not knocking degrees. I think they're very important. I just never knew why I was at university. That's the way my brain was wired. I was very privileged to be at Stellenbosch University, and so I don't want to belittle it, but I never knew why I was there. All I knew is that I wanted to have a business for myself, but unfortunately, I never knew what business that was going to be either. So, in 1997, I was in a bar, in Cape Town, and this girl came up to me who was a friend of mine and said, "I want you to come to a meeting with me tomorrow." And I went to the meeting. I think I'd only had about 2 hours sleep. You know what you're like, and it's a student, but I went to this meeting, and it was an Amway meeting, and the answer to all right in front of me, the answer to all my prayers were coming true. I found a model. I got the model immediately. I understood it, and I thought I was going to be a millionaire in the next 2-3 years, because of course everyone wants to be, everyone's going to want to do what I'm doing here. And so I immediately got to work on my Amway business and went back to university and told all my friends about it, because of course this was a no-brainer, as you know. It was a no-brainer. And unfortunately, what I realized, Munya, is that not everyone shared my passion and vision for what a network marketing business should be. So I was very bad at it. I chased a lot of friends away. It wasn't Amway's fault. It was my fault. And 3 years later, I quit broke with my tail between my legs. And that was my first taste. And my second taste was in about 2006. My business, which went under in 2008, the beginning stages that were starting to, the beginning stages of the warning signs that things weren't going well in my business had started. And I decided to start making some income part-time at network marketing. And I actually did quite well. I was only with that business for 8 months. And in 8 months, I built the business up to about 15,000 Rand a month, which isn't much, but part-time, not too bad. But I left that for let's just call it internal political reasons. And that was my second taste. And then my third taste is obviously the journey that I started in 2011. So the difference really was, Munya, between the first and the second. The first and second and the third was, the third time I decided to be professional, and I had a very big why. And that was it.
Catch this. The BNC Mobi app is your one-stop solution for all things BNC. This sleek, user-friendly application is your gateway to a world of services, products, and online courses. No more clunky web pages or tedious searches. With BNC Mobi, it's all at your fingertips. Imagine booking a session with Mr. Dongo without breaking a sweat, or accessing your BNC SuccessFlix offers with just a swipe. It's not a dream, it's BNC Mobi. And where can you find this wonder? Google Play, App Store, and App Gallery. Just grab your mobile device, search for BNC Mobi, and tap Install. It's that simple. So why wait? Dive into the world of BNC Mobi and discover the convenience of having BNC at your fingertips. It's time to redefine your BNC experience with BNC Mobi. Get it now.
Wow. You actually said the very important point because I was going to ask you, say, what was the different experience from your first and the third one? Because on the third one, the Andrew we have right now was born in 2011, right? Well, it actually started in 2011. Up to now, because you were once in network marketing, but you're not again. So starting with the why, can we touch on that? Because there are so many people that are doing network marketing because they see money in the presentation. Truly speaking, in the network marketing presentation, like the business opportunity presentation, some of you are either sold heaven on earth, honey and milk, everything there. But not knowing that it's not just about the company compensation plan, it's about you as an individual. Can we touch about that?
Yeah, I love it. This is, some people are going to get what I'm about to say, and some people it's just going to go over their heads. In life, success comes from, you don't become successful, you attract success by becoming a better person. So personal development, growth, contribution are so important. And you see, I'd never really, up until 2011, 2012, embraced personal development. And I think it was also a big difference. And in network marketing, most people think it's about the product and the comp plan. And they're not wrong. I mean, you have to have a comp plan that is going to reward you, and you're going to have a product that you believe in, But ask yourself, what is the difference between someone who makes it big in network marketing in company X and someone who fails in that very same company? They've got the same products, they've got the same comp plan. The difference is the commitment to becoming a better person. You need to lead yourself before you lead others. You need to become attractive first. And so nowhere more in network marketing is it true that the best thing I can put it is it's network marketing is probably, in my opinion, the best personal development course in the world, cleverly disguised as a business opportunity.
That's correct.
Okay, so I'll give you an example. 1997, I was not prepared to grow as a person. I was too young. I didn't understand. So nothing changed for me. I still had my old bad habits. And then I had this business that I thought I was going to grow. Come 2011, same business model. I started to understand that I needed to become a better person. You attract who you are. So if you've got bad habits and you're out doing bad, when I say bad things, you're not conducting yourself as someone we want to be in business with, guess who you're going to attract? Other people that other people don't want to be in business with. And eventually everything falls away. So personal development, in network marketing is vitally, vitally important. It's the number one thing that I would say that any person who makes, and I'm talking dollars now, anyone who makes over $100,000 a year or more will tell you that they immerse themselves in personal development. Part of personal development is understanding your purpose for being on this planet.
Yes.
Your why, what drives you. And I've got so many people that come to me and they say, well, how did you do this? Or how do you do that? And my answer is always simple. The how I can explain to you, but I'm not going to even go to it until I understand your why.
Yeah.
Because you see, the how doesn't matter if your why isn't strong enough. Conversely, if your why is strong enough, the how also doesn't matter. And I'll tell you why I can say that. Because in 2011, all I had was a big why. My daughter, autism, fix it. Give her, create the time and money to be able to help her. I had no how yet. Get this. I had no how yet. I just had a big driving why. And so for the first year or two, the how actually didn't matter. The why mattered. And I go back and I look at how many mistakes I made for those first 2 years. Those first 2 years, I was horrible. horrible. I mean, I was a bad network marketer, but the one thing I did well is I did a lot of it. You know, I took massive action.
Yeah.
I had no mentors. The company that I joined, my upline quit. My upline was the guy that signed me up in that company was a 6-figure income earner. And not more than a month after I joined, he quit, told me it's the worst company ever. I said, but like you told me it's the best company a month ago.
Yeah.
And that's a true story. And so I had no one. His sponsor quit, and that sponsor knew nothing, and their sponsor knew nothing about network marketing. So I had no mentorship, but my why carried me through. Now, here's the thing. So the why was more important than the how. But as I started getting more experienced, I started to figure out the how by aligning myself with mentors who were where I wanted to be.
That's correct.
Okay. And then the how became really important because the why was there. Now the how started to accelerate my growth. Okay. And so the why is vital. Understanding your why. In the beginning, my why was small. It was just to, do better for my kids, really. But it was a big why for me, but it was smaller in the bigger picture of things. And obviously, as my business started to grow, my why started to become bigger. And I'm not driven by a different purpose, And I always like to say, I've got involved in network marketing back in 2011 out of desperation. I'm not in it for inspiration, And so the why is so important. Having a purpose, money should never be the purpose. Money should never be the objective. Your why, a bigger purpose should be the objective. And the money comes as a result of that.
Yeah.
Comes as a result of that.
It's just a reward.
Yeah.
Great. So great. So the other thing here, you touched some of the questions that I actually put down here. And then the other question is, do you think and do you believe network marketing or affiliate system is the gateway from this rat race we are actually having right now? Like our economy is up and down, is something else. So do you think network marketing is the gateway?
Great question. Look, Munya, I'm not arrogant enough to say that it is the gateway. But it is a gateway.
Yeah.
For those who want to take it seriously. And I would challenge people to try and find a simpler solution for the average person on the street. You see, one of the things that I've figured out about network marketing over the last 10 years is, number one, it doesn't take a lot to start. Now, the biggest problem most people have right now is they don't have capital to start traditional businesses.
That's correct.
And that's a big problem for a lot of people. A lot of people don't have the time to start a full-time business. They can't transition from their job into, hey, I'm just now going to open up my own business. And so the beautiful thing about network marketing is that it can be started part-time. So low capital investment. You can start part-time. Here's what else is great about it. Is that you don't have to hold stock yourself. You don't have to buy in stock, hold it, put it in a warehouse. It is done for you. So there's not that big capital outlay as well of monthly outlay of having to carry stock all the time. Here's the fourth one. All the training's done for you. If you join a proper network marketing company, your team has created all the training and the resources for you. And so you don't have to go and do that. And so for the average person like me, Munya, and I keep on saying this, is that this is an industry that's enabled that can enable everyday people with above average wires to completely change their life. And that's me. That describes me. And so where we find ourselves right now, where the global economy finds itself right now, where people are having to find money from extra sources of income, where people are now dependent on 2-3 jobs, where some of them are getting laid off, where it's not possible because of COVID, as an example as well, that to travel to meetings, etc. Well, what way could be better than to have a low startup business that you can start part-time or full-time, have all your resources and training material done for you. If you're in a product-based network marketing company, you don't have to store all those products in a warehouse. And 5, you can start and run 100% from home, on your phone, on your computer without ever having to leave your home. So my answer would be short is I'm not arrogant enough to say it is the gateway, but it is a gateway, and I'd like someone to challenge me as to what they think would be better for the average person out there right now.
Wow. And actually, you know, the other reason why I always speak highly of network marketing, network marketing doesn't just feed you in your pocket, but it makes you grow. And, you know, like if there was no network marketing, you know, I always say that God put me through network marketing so that I can grow, so that I can learn and discover myself. So you might actually do network marketing just to also help you grow. You know, you can be, yeah, you might actually not make money, but you can as well grow and become a better person. And yeah, and then but there is a quote that I'm gonna quote you back, and you also say it here. That was one of your outstanding quotes on your GoPro talk. That say lead yourself before you lead others. So my question is, why is it important for a networker or a person in general to be a leader, especially for themselves?
Yeah, and that's, once again, it's a great question, and yeah, we can get really deep on the subject, you know, but I want to try and keep it as short as I can. Is you know, one of the beautiful things about network marketing that I love, you can't fake it. You know, there's this old saying that goes, "Fake it till you make it," and you know, to me, that's rubbish because, you know, I believe in authenticity. But, you know, when I don't know if you know, in the great public speakers, there are great professional speakers, there are great trainers out there, there are great, you know, they have presence when they're on stage. But great motivational speakers in terms of how they speak. And there's some great ones, and then there are others who have worked out some really good content that they can talk about on stage. But when a lot of these people, I'm not, please don't think I'm bad mouthing the professional speaking profession or the motivational speaking. I mean, I eat the stuff, okay, but it's very easy to fake it there. It's if you're a good speaker, you can get up there and you can be the brokest person in the world that's got a gift for speaking, and you can try and teach people stuff that you've never done yourself before. And you know, in 2011, I started to, as I went on my personal development journey, I started to find a lot of that. You know, you listen to this guy, you go, wow, you know, this guy's great, but they're only speaking because they know that's what the people want to hear, but they've never done it themselves. They don't practice what they're preaching. Now, in network marketing, for you to get on the front of that stage and talk, you've earned yourself to the front of onto the stage. You don't get put on there until you've walked the walk first. And I think that's why it's so important when I say, you know, you need to lead yourself first before you can lead others. You know, not everyone. There's so many different industries, all these accountability groups say, will you be my accountability partner? I mean, you've heard it before. I need to get an accountability partner because I need to wake up in the morning and you're a coach and I need to be accountable to you, right? Okay. Yeah. So I need to wake up in the morning and you need to make sure that I do X, Y, Z that day. I'm going to be accountable to you, Munya. And that's great. It's good to have an accountability partner. But the first person one should be accountable to is to yourself.
It's yourself.
Because otherwise you're just faking it with your accountability partner and it's not authentic. And life's about being authentic. Right. And so when I say lead yourself before you lead others, what I'm also saying is be accountable to yourself before you are, before you ask others to be accountable to you. Lead yourself before you lead others and be accountable to yourself. And in our profession, the profession that I'm in and you're a bit in is that the size of your organization is going to be determined by your ability to lead. And a true leader, Munya, develops other leaders. Yes. So you can never develop something that you aren't yourself already. A non-leader could never develop a leader. How does that happen? What if I've never been a leader? How am I going to teach you how to be a leader?
You can't do that.
I can't. Yeah. So therefore, if you want to be successful, learn to lead yourself, become a better person.
Wow.
so that you can lead others and develop more leaders.
Wow. Whew. Wow. That's why also there's also said that a blind person can't lead other blind people. Yeah, because where are you going to be taking them to? Because if you can't, if you can't commit to recruit every day on your own, so how is your team going to do that? You know, yeah, because also the normal said that only a teacher can teach. Not they can only teach what's in the book, and students are actually bound to learn that, not how they're doing things. That doesn't apply here. Yeah, your team, your network, your organization is also just like your children. You can't teach your children. You are a parent. You can't teach your children like in the book, because they're going to do exactly what you are doing. Wow, this is so powerful. Lead yourself first before you lead others. Thank you so much for coming out on that. But I understand also that in network marketing, there is the number one skill that you also need next to the leadership also, in network marketing, which is recruiting, right? And so considering right now, so many pop-ups, so many mushroom companies that are just coming and so on, how can you still remain authentic and not sound as a scam? We've got so many of them each and every day. Yeah, so how to actually remain like you with your company, how to not become one of those scammers? Because right now, these scammers, they actually become too noisy. And right now, you can't even differentiate which one is correct, which one is right, which one is the scam. So how do you deal with that?
It's one that's actually quite close to my heart, because, to tell you what my journey was about, I was with one company for 8 years, and I became the number one affiliate in that company. And in 2018, unfortunately, when a lot of stuff in the industry that we were with that company changed, and I had to find a new home. Okay, but it was after 8 years. And during those 8 years, first let me tell you, during those 8 years, I saw so many people jumping from one company to another. I saw so many people trying to build multiple businesses at one time. And, success leaves clues. And I said, remember what I said to you right in the beginning of this interview? I said, I went and found mentors who were where I wanted to be. They were already there. And not one of them ever said, I got there by jumping from one company to the other. And not one of them said, I've got there by building 8 different network marketing companies at once. So I stuck with one company for 8 years. I had so many beautiful, shiny objects thrown at me, ones where I could make money quickly. Why are you with that company? Because if you come here, we've got a better comp plan. We'll make money much quicker. But I knew that my direction wasn't one go. And when I left that company in 2018, I was very sad. I'm still very good friends with the owner of the company. They've stopped the affiliate side of the business, but they still are a business. And I joined another company, which did turn out, I did as much due diligence as I could. And I even flew over to the offices in Germany. And as it turns out, that company, which funny enough was an 8-year-old company as well, they badly overpromised and underdelivered to their people. And I'd spent 8-9 years of my network marketing career building up my reputation, my brand, my integrity. And I was watching it during 2019 and 2020. I watched as that really started to affect my reputation. And so the easy way out is, of course, to just jump to another company. But luckily for me, I stuck with a couple of people, and we found a solution outside of that business, but with so that the people didn't have to go and hey guys, just join this company now. If that makes any sense. And so it's something that's very true to my heart. So here's what I'm going to say. What is the lesson I learned? Because as we go on our journey, no matter how good we become, no matter how successful we become, we keep making mistakes. Mistakes are just they're just lessons. If you learn, it's an opportunity to learn. And so why I say it's close to my heart is because I've lived it in the last 24 months. And the best advice I can give is probably not really network marketing advice. Well, there's two things I would say is just make sure that you're comfortable with the company that you're with. Okay, number one. And number two, if you are that person that has been affected by it and you've got a team, lead with integrity. You know, you don't have to hype and go, hey guys, we're going to go and off make money here now, and then we're going to go there and jump from one to the next as they all fail. Generally, the biggest failures of network marketing companies right now are those ones that promise big returns, and those aren't network marketing companies. Okay, they're not going to mention any names now, but we all know one or two big ones in South Africa in the last 12 to 24 months. And when you see that sort of thing, that's not network marketing. It never was network marketing. It never will be network marketing. That is hype pyramid selling. You know, and you don't need any skills for that. Don't need any skills for that. You just need to tell your friend that they can make 10% today. That's all. You know? and so be wise to those sort of things, I guess. And two, if you are affected by it, you know, just lead with integrity. And always understand that long-term vision is always going to beat the short-term need for quick money. Always. And unfortunately, the people that fail in our industry, or the people that give it a bad name as well, and the people that jump from one to the next, there's one thing that they all lack, and that is that they all think the problem is outside to them. So if I go to this company, the product's better and the complement's better. If I go to that one, but here's what I said: they're never, ever prepared to realize that maybe they're the problem and they need to work on themselves. You know, as I said, for 8 years, same company, we didn't have the best comp plan. We didn't have the best product out there. We had a good comp plan and a good product, which is good enough if you focus on it and not go and chase all the shiny objects. So I've digressed sort of a little bit from your question. Number one, be sure that what you've been told is realistic. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that 3% today is not realistic. You know? And that's where most of those scams have come out. And number two, if you're going to bring people on board into a business, make sure that you believe in it and you're leading them with integrity.
Welcome to the world of No More Excuses for Me, a book that's here to revolutionize your mindset. From today, we're bringing you a special offer that you simply can't resist. This book is your guide to overcoming the excuses that have been holding you back, with 13 powerful and straightforward steps designed to help you tackle them head-on. But wait, there's more to this deal than just the book. With your purchase, you'll also receive some incredible bonuses that we know you're going to love. So why wait? Take the leap and step into a world of no more excuses. It's time to turn the page and start a new chapter in your life with No More Excuses for Me. This special offer is only available for a limited time, so grab your copy now. Remember, the power to change your life is in your hands.
And not because you're greedy for money. And then you'll be guided. Then your heart will guide you in the right way.
That's correct. Let your heart guide you as well. And as well, with so many things that are actually happening right now as well, right? So if you have a company that you are sure that, okay, this is the right company, you resonate, you actually resonate well with the product, with the comp plan and everything, it's better to actually stick around on that company, because network marketing is network marketing. A company is a company. So a company just adopt the network marketing system and then they're just using that. So, and also, I think the other advice that I can also say is first understand the network marketing principle, right? Not just the company principle only, because if you know the network marketing as the system, then your life is going to be easy. No matter which company are you going to, success is guaranteed, because that's the main thing as well. Wow. I don't know if you want to comment on this, or I can just go to another one.
No, I'll quickly comment on it. You know, and that's what I was saying. People often think that the grass is greener on the other side, and you know what the amateurs in network marketing do is they just chase the opportunities, and then maybe try and build 5 or 6 at the same time. Now I've yet to meet a 6-figure income earner that's got there, and I'm talking dollar 6-figure income earner that's got there by building more than one business at once. And I'm yet to find a 6-figure income earner who continuously jumps from one company to the other. Now there may be some 6- and 7-figure income earners who went through 3 or 4 network marketing companies before they found their home, and then they stayed the course of that home. and then they became better. They led themselves first. They immersed themselves in personal development. They realized that they're going to have some skills. They realized they needed a system, or maybe they realized that the system that they were with that company resonated with them, and they plugged into that system, and they made a success for themselves. And so once you've made $100,000 or $1 million a year in network marketing, you could go to any network marketing company after that, no matter how good the comp plan is, no matter how good the products are, and you could replicate that success anywhere you went. But if you're failing in one company, until you embrace the fact that it's you that's failing, it's not the company, it's you that's failing, because you haven't upskilled yourself, you haven't immersed yourself in the development, you haven't realized what it takes to be done. It doesn't matter what company you're going to run to, until you change that, you're going to fail at every other company as well. And we see it all the time. So yeah, just that elaborate on that. Agree with you. Yeah.
That's correct. And if you don't address your faults, those faults, they are going to keep on coming back again and again and again. So you need to sit down, do a dive deep in yourself and ask, why did I fail? And then address those things. Because if you don't address them, then you're just gonna keep on doing like that. Okay. And then the last question is saying that number one, do you can you advise somebody who is making a lot of money in a network marketing company to keep him on reinvesting in that network marketing company, or to also find other ways where they can also they invest their money? For example, you are doing your network marketing and then you're making a lot of money, then you dive into real estate, right? You are also doing your own property and so on. And also this question continues, and do you think that there is safety in network marketing for the future? Or once you are in, do whatever you're going to do there, make whatever money you're going to make there, and build something aside and just sit in case something happens? Yeah, so what's your advice on that? Yeah.
That is a phenomenal question, and I've got some really good mentors, and I was in a retreat in Australia with some of my mentors about 5 years ago, and it was a retreat for six-figure income earners and above, and there were about 30 of us sitting in this, no, not even 30, about 20 of us at this retreat, and a whole section of that workshop on that day was about, now that you're making this money in network marketing, what do you do? Because there are also, the world is littered with ex-network marketing $1 million earners who are now broke. Okay, because they had bad money blueprints. If you're earning $100,000 a year, but you're spending $105,000 a year because now you think you can go get yourself the Lamborghini and whatever you're going to hurt yourself. And so there's some money blueprints and some money financial teachings that can be done. And for sure, once you're earning enough money from network marketing that you should always take, there's a couple of things I always take, what I did. I always took 5% of my commission in network marketing and I invested it back in myself. And I still do to this day. So in the beginning, I was only making, I call it 1,000 or 2,000 Rand a month. So I would take, $100, get myself a book.
Yeah.
That's investing in myself. As my paycheck monthly started to increase to 20,000, then I had 2,000 Rand a month or 1,000 Rand a month. What would I do? Now all of a sudden I'd go and buy a mentorship course, online course, which might maybe be like $50 or $100. And then eventually, when I was earning lots of money, fly halfway across the world and be mentored by the best of the best. I'm currently, who Eric Worre is, and I'm currently on his mastermind group, and that's $20,000 a year. Because I take 5% of what I earn every month and I put it back and develop it myself. That's number one. The biggest investment you can ever make is in yourself.
That's correct.
Two, we've got to make our money work for us outside of network marketing one year. And so there's a excuse the pun, but there's a pyramid, and on the bottom of the pyramid is savings. And I can tell you this is, my mentor said to me, always make sure that you've got a 12-month buffer. So every month put away something so that if something were to happen, you've got enough buffer for 12 months to keep you going. And so I can talk from experience on this and how true it is, because I've just told you the story about the difficulties I had with the second network marketing company that I went to, where I highly overpromised and under-delivered. And all of a sudden, I found myself in a situation where I said, "Oh, I can't keep marketing this right now, but I've got to find solutions." And because I had this buffer that I'd set up, I could make the right decisions for myself and my team, because I wasn't under the financial pressure to have to bring in money next month.
Wow.
Okay. Because I had that buffer. So the savings is very important. So take 10 to 20% of what you earn every month and put it into savings. Put it in your bank. It's not going to make you money, but it's a buffer.
Yeah.
You know, in my case, I don't believe in banks, so I'll put it into crypto, and it's sit in crypto. Okay, USDT, because it's stable. 2, investments, property, you know, and all that sort of thing. 3, speculations, and only about 5% should go into speculative assets. Now, many people get that wrong. That they think that speculation assets are your investments, but so they don't. So they actually skip investments. So they go right to the top of the pyramid, and they're going to put most of their money in the speculations. I'm talking about things like crypto. I love crypto, but it's speculative at the moment. I think we all agree. No, but I love Bitcoin. It's the best performing asset over the last 10 years, 200% year on year on average gain. But, you know, you could have bought Bitcoin at $40,000 a couple of months ago and watched it go all the way down to $28,000. You could have bought it at $18,000 in 2019 and watched it go all the way down to $3,000. You know, so it's speculative still, even though it's a great asset. All right. Yeah. When I'm talking about investments, I'm talking about getting yourself a nice property, a nice area that you know is going to be safe, you can earn a bit of returns on it, and that sort of investment. Maybe investing in a couple of stocks and that sort of thing that are the safer ones, not the speculative ones. So it goes. The bottom is saving, and the second one is so number 1, invest in yourself. Number 1, it's going to sound crazy to people. Oh, you know, I would not be here where I am today if I didn't invest in myself first.
That's true.
Which means I would not have the money to go and diversify my portfolio outside of what I earn in marketing. Would never been able to. Okay. Number 1, invest in yourself. Take 5% of what you earn every month and go and invest in yourself. Number 2, make sure you've got a savings plan in place where you have a 12-month buffer in case something goes wrong. I can't tell you how important that is because it happened to me. 3, level 2, make sure that you've got some money in some investments, some safer investments, which make you more money than your savings. And number 3, 5% are in your speculative asset classes like cryptos and what have you. And that's a very simple plan, a very, very simple plan.
Wow. A very, very simple plan, but that can serve you, you know, it can keep you till, I don't know, for the rest of your life. Yeah, because, you know, sometimes people like think like, okay, so since now I'm making $10,000 a month, so I know that it's guaranteed, it's coming each and every month. So I'm going to spend it all, and then tomorrow again, I'm going to get another, I'm going to spend it all next month. And yeah, it's happened, it always happens. And once you are bent, one day you will feel the pain. You are going to feel the pain. But thank you so much. You know, network marketing is very broad. We can talk about this forever and ever, but I need to let you go. And thank you so much for doing this. So where can people contact you? Where can people connect with you? Can they connect with you on social media, on your website, or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still a bit of an old school on social media. I mean, I've got, as you know, I'm on Instagram, but you know, if you really want to get hold of me, look up Andrew Eaton on Facebook. If you want to message me there, I check my messages there every day. I'm on there. You'll see me looking like I do now, sitting on stage talking. You know, there's a picture of me in a red. I think it's a red shirt and a jacket on stage in Las Vegas, and you'll know that's me then. And just reach out to me there. Send me a message if you want to reach out and have a chat. And that's probably the best way to do it.
Great. And we are also going to put his social links right in the description. You can also check in the description and click and connect with him. There's so many things that you can also learn from him. And I'm so grateful that today you actually chose to come and bless us there, Densi. And thank you so much for that.
But yeah, it's actually an honor to be here, and thank you so much. Those are great questions. I appreciate being here. I appreciate what you're doing here. I think more people need to hear interviews like this. And for that to happen, you need people like you willing to do that. So thank you so much.
Thank you so very much.
Mr. M. Dongo.
Mr. Dongo.
Wonderful time working with Mr. G.
Mr. M. Dongo, and he is a 10x person.
I love your energy.
He just go like boom, 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 boom. It's amazing.
I always love the way this man carries himself with dignity and respect.